Yeah, you can't complain. I think the positive thing is there's still lots of things to work on. So we've been getting better and better as a squad the more time we're spending together, and we made 14 changes. And so, look, we put down a bit of a marker, but we know as a group that we won't be 100% satisfied, and still lots of improvements. But we feel we can get there and make lots of improvements too.
Can you just pick out a couple of the individuals that caught your eye, or aspects of your game that you were happy with?
I thought the guy on the left wing did okay today. So pleased with the bench. I thought the bench brought some energy, and probably for us, we went in there with a game plan. We had to adjust the way that we wanted to play, because we were getting a bit more success in terms of they probably didn't pressure us as much from the blitz defence as we had expected. So we were able to change the way we played. So that was a pretty good reaction. And I was just really pleased, and maybe Stuart could elaborate a bit more. But the energy out there and the enthusiasm, the guys working hard to get back when they made a few breaks, we made a couple of mistakes. They were hard to get the ball off because there was a lot of one-pass rugby, two-pass rugby. So that was quite hard when we did turn it over. They were playing lots of phases against us. But I thought, really positive start.
Lastly, for me, did you avoid any mishaps, any knocks today, or did the guys were okay?
Yeah, no. So there's no report from the medical team, but I think everyone's got a full bill of health, which is really pleasing.
Thank you.
Hi Warren, I just wonder what the next 4 days are like for you. Any areas specifically where you're going to be focusing on improving as well?
Well, I think the players that haven't started are going to start on Wednesday. So we've got a day off tomorrow. The non-23 had a tough hit out this morning with some fitness and some skill work, and so we're trying to get everyone on the sort of kind of the same cycle. So we're off tomorrow, and then we'll probably name the squad, the team to the players tomorrow, and then Monday training, and then a captain's run. So it's a very short turnaround, but I've been incredibly impressed with the players, their attitude and the way they've been preparing for these games and doing their own walkthroughs and working on the laptops and stuff. So we'll probably I think it's good for that everyone would have had a start in the first 3 games. So we're probably still going to be a little bit rusty with making so many changes, but we'll see how they go on Wednesday.
And one more question, please, on Josh Adams. Those 4 tries, can you just put into some sort of context what that means, how special a performance that has been?
Yeah, look, he knows where the try line is, and I've kept saying about you can't ignore what he's achieved as a player. That when he went to the World Cup as an under-20s, he was top try scorer in the World Cup. He played for Worcester when they were bottom of the Premiership, top try scorer in the Premiership, and top try scorer in the World Cup. So that kind of speaks for itself, and he definitely knows where the try line is. I think his timing, you saw when that inside ball he got where he scored, and he did that at a few occasions during the World Cup. He's got great timing, sort of hitting the line. So it was to get 4 tries, I think is pretty special for him.
Thank you.
Gatland Group 365 here. I know that all coaches are actually had teams games, and they're actually Jacques, we've watched your game, and we've watched. Can you give us an insight into what you saw last night, and where do you think the 2 teams stand? Obviously, the big focus is the test.
Yeah, obviously, South Africa are a bit rusty. They haven't played for such a long time, and they got some dominance. And when they got ahead, they looked to start to play some rugby. But there's no doubt that they showed what they're capable of doing with their driven line out and strong individual running. So that's not something that was unexpected from us to watch that. I think they'll definitely improve next week with the combinations and being back together. And for the South African coaches, they'll understand, like us, is that they'll be looking to improve week to week as they spend more time together training and get a few games under your belt.
Do you think this series could be as epic as the 97 or the 2009 series?
I hope so. You know, that's what we haven't come here just to make up the numbers, even though there are a few journalists writing us off and saying we're going to get hammered. So hopefully if we keep improving. We've got some players who've had a lot of experience and players who've had success against South Africa in recent years too, and and some disappointments too. So I think that makes it really exciting because I know how motivated this group are at the moment to first of all put on the jersey and play, but then compete for a test spot as well. So that is, that makes the coach's job so much easier. And like I said, we're very motivated to want to hopefully leave South Africa with a test series victory.
Thank you.
Stuart, it's James from Pembroke. They say that defensive games and attack decides by how many. You must be really, really pleased with the whole team defensive effort, especially Mara, Hamish Watson, early doors. They really progressed from you to a completely different side defending than you did last week in American. What would you put that down to?
It's something that we work incredibly hard on. We want to be a formidable defensive unit, and as you say, that'll win you test matches. It's, as I say, we work incredibly hard on it. We want to be tough to beat. We want to be in positions to make dominant collisions, to get some turnovers, and play on the back of it. So look, we want to work incredibly hard for each other. We want to make it as difficult as we possibly can, and it gives opportunities to then play with ball in hand, which is like myself and the rest of the back three. That's when we come alive. So look, it's far from the finished article. We'll continue to work. We'll continue to learn. Continue to get better, and we'll get excited about the next few weeks.
Thanks, mate.
Stuart, what was your view of the overall performance today, and what was the experience like for you being the lives out?
It was a terrific experience. I absolutely loved 80 minutes on the field. At times we went to dark places, we made ourselves uncomfortable in the way that we were defending, the way that we were trying to attack. We felt the longer the game went on, and we got into multi-phase, we were causing the Emirates Lions some problems, and that's what we wanted. We wanted to win the no talent battle, things that require no talent. And that means getting up off the deck and getting yourself back in the game, and making it as difficult as we possibly can for the opposition. And at times we got that spot on, but for me the exciting thing for us is we can get better. We can get better individually, we can get better collectively, and it is a really, really exciting time to be a part of this team.
I think Hamish Watson was the official man of the match. What was your sort of view of his performance? He did stop going, didn't he?
Yeah, he's brilliant. It's like somebody winds him up before the game and just lets him go, and he goes out there and runs a million miles an hour and makes about 20 million tackles. But like the rest of the forward pack, that's what we want. We want these boys working really hard, showing what it means to wear that jersey, and really putting their bodies on the line, because that's all we can ask for. If you do your job to the best of your ability, and the man next to you does the exact same, we give ourselves every opportunity of winning.
Thank you, Stuart, please.
Sorry, I thought it was Duncan next. Hi, Warren. No, it's not here. Can you just talk a little bit about the back corners? Do you see you appear as an enforcer type player at 6? Do you see Lawrence as a 6 or a lot? Likewise, can you see Tom Curry playing at 6, or Hamish Watson was so good? So just talk about that balance, please.
Yeah, look, we've been really impressed with Courtney so far. He came on the second row last week and then back row today. Thought his footwork and work rate was fantastic. So he does give us options. Gives us options for second row and back row. And the pleasing thing is we've got so much competition. So it'd be interesting to see next week a different sort of back row with Tom Curry, Navidi, and Sam Simmons. I mean that's pretty exciting back row as well, and so the competition is huge, and so we're kind of not really at the moment sort of trying to predict what a test side's going to look like. We're just going to let that unfold and we'll just see how the players keep performing and keep playing and how the combinations look, and then we'll start looking at our options. Definitely don't want to pigeonhole anyone or any players or even our thoughts at the moment, just keeping an open mind about how we play and how we keep improving.
Thank you.
Hey Warren, you just said you're going to keep an open mind. I was going to ask how your kind of test team thought process works when you, at the end of each game, you make a little note of your kind of standing team, and then it changes week by week. And secondly, I was going to ask, do you hope that as these warm-up games go on, that you get some closer scorelines and opposition will put a little bit more stress on you, maybe? Just a little bit more battle hardened, maybe?
Yeah, it's a good point. Look, there's definitely no thinking about the test side at the moment. Like I said, we want everyone to have a run out in the first 3 games, and then we might start looking at mixing and matching a little bit and a few combinations. I kind of don't want to sort of start looking ahead of that, because already we know the competition within the squad and how tough it is. In all positions, we're talking about back 3, midfield, the loose forwards. We've got a lot of players putting their hands up at the moment, the hookers as well. And yeah, I mean, the memories of 2009, I won't forget that when we didn't come up against any of the test players in those warm-up games, and we probably were a little bit underdone, so we're going to have to work really hard at training and make sure we have this sort of tempo and physicality that's required at training, and there's no doubt that some of the games are going to be a little bit harder, hopefully, but we understand that there's a number of players out of their super sides because they're in with the Springbok camp.
Rory?
Just asking about Robbie Henshaw and the nature of his injury and how long you expect him to be out for.
He's got a very, very mild hamstring strain. He definitely won't be considered for next Wednesday, and then we'll just assess his progress. So we won't push him if we don't have to. So it may be a couple of games that we just want to make sure he's 100% right, because there's no doubt he's been one of the standout players in the Six Nations and the way he's been playing. So we would like to get him back to full fitness without putting him under any pressure, and being able to give him a couple of games, potentially before we start considering a test side.
Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.